Hello, everybody. Good evening. Rose here once again, covering Foodie Beauty. So I just reacted to both of her video and her live stream from today, and Foodie isn't done yet. She keeps telling the reaction channels to stay mad, stay mad, stay mad, but yet Foodie is the only one who's mad over there. Uh, the reaction channels, we aren't on our community post raging and writing mini novels. No, that's Foodie. So she did 3 community posts, just writing mini novels in the process, and then she deleted them. And I would like to go over the community post and add a couple of extra things, courtesy of the Twitter account Shenanigans. Shenanigans always captures really good stuff of Chantal, and also the community post. Shenanigans captured all 3 of the community posts before Foodie dirty deleted, because that's the pattern with Chantal. She will rage, 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 and then dirty delete whatever video or live stream or community post she's raging in. So she did that today. So let's go over the community post as well as the couple of extra things I want to throw in there. So let me just share the screen so you guys can see and hear everything clearly. So there's Chantal. There's Shenanigans Twitter. Before we get into the community post, let's watch something from the past that is still relevant to what's going on right now with her and Sala. So this clip is from a past live stream that Foodie did. And this post from Shenanigans says, one of Chantal's pre-natter videos popped up on my feed, and it was about her wanting to buy a sex doll. The following thread contains clips from said video, and OMG, the relevance to what's happening now. Let's just say she should have bought the doll. Yeah, I agree. She should have bought the doll, because buying the doll would have been something she could keep around her forever. And it would have been a lot cheaper than buying a plane ticket and going all the way to Kuwait for a phony pseudo romance. So let's watch the clip right now together.
You know, I've been on Tinder, and I've already hidden my profile. And because honestly, I just got really discouraged and scared. Because here's the thing. I seen a video about these romance scams, and they prey on women, probably women who they think would be vulnerable, like older women or overweight women or whatever.
And you are both. You are a morbidly obese woman, and you are older. On top of that, Chantal, you have been desperate, absolutely desperate for a man to claim you and say that they're in a relationship with you. I mean, you ran after Natter for the longest, and you kept screaming at him, claim me. I remember that live stream that he did, that you were in there saying, I bought the ring, I got the dress, claim me. You were desperate for him to claim you. You were desperate for him to get on live stream and say, this is my girlfriend or my lover or whatever. You wanted him to publicly claim you. And he never did. But you still tried for over a year to get him to claim you. You even went out of your way trying to put ownership on Natter by buying your own ring and saying, oh, we're engaged. And then it came out that you bought your own ring and he wanted nothing to do with you. So, you know, you were embarrassed. But still, you tried. You tried to claim Natter. And you've always been desperate for someone to claim you. You've always been desperate to try to find a partner in life. And you're just not getting it through your head that, yes, you do have YouTube money, but that's all you got. You are not a woman that a man wants to claim or be proud to claim. And this has nothing to do with your weight. Okay? It's not about you being 400 pounds or 500 pounds or 1,000 pounds. It's not about your weight, Chantal. It's the sum of your parts. The fact that you are a woman that you don't want to take a shower, you don't take a shower, you don't brush your teeth, you've got horrible manners, you are an absolute glutton, you've got an ugly personality, you're a bully. I mean, I could just keep going all day about all the awful things about you, but Why do I need to do that? You know how awful you are, but you think you can be that awful. And if you got a bunch of money, that excuses every awful thing about you. And that's just not the case. It's not the case at all. But yes, you're right. There are romance scammers out there looking for women like yourself that perhaps they are not strong in some way. They're desperate. They're looking for a man. They want to say, I'm in a relationship, or entertain themselves with the idea of being in a relationship. They look for women like you. You are emotionally needy. You're clingy. And once a person gets within 5 feet of you, you want to claim them. And you are that woman that if you do something for somebody, especially a man, you think by doing those things that you own them. You could do all the nice things for a person in the world, Chantal. It doesn't mean that you own them and you own their feelings. You own who they are. But you think that the money will buy you anything and everything in life, and it just doesn't. But everything you just described, that's you. That is absolutely you. Being older and desperate for love and wanting to be claimed, that is so you.
And because I think we're desperate.
You are.
And but basically, you get into this scam where they ask for money. Never send anyone money. I wouldn't do that. I don't want to say stupid because.
But you have done that. You've confessed that you have paid men for companionship. Didn't you give like $100 or so to Motorcycle Guy? Didn't you give all that money to Natter? Yes, you did. You absolutely did. You think you can buy feelings. You think, oh, I've got the YouTube money, so they'll come flocking to me. Yeah, they'll come flocking to you because they want something out of you. And then once they get it, they're gone because they really don't care. They have no emotional ties or obligations, and they just bolt once they get what they want. Okay? They just will. But you're not about sending people money. You're right. You're not about sending people money. You're all about, if I got the money, that person's got to spend time around me. You make sure that, yeah, you got the money in hand, but they are within arm's reach before you give it to them. They got to spend time in your company. They have to put up with you for whatever length of time. Are you going to send somebody money far away just because? No. No, you're going to get something out of it because that's who you are. I'm not doing anything for someone unless I get something out of it. And the more I do for a person, the more they're in debt to me. That is you. That is absolutely you, Chantal. Miss Control Freak over there.
I don't want to call these women stupid for doing that. But they started, this one woman met somebody on one of these Tinder-like apps. And honestly, I'm weary because, like, I would get likes from men who I was like, they look like models. You know, they don't look like real. like they look like catfish. Like,
not this person, Chantal, saying, oh, they look like a catfish, when she has herself confessed to catfishing people in the past, and she's still doing it. How many edited pictures have we seen of Chantal, knowing that's not what she really looks like? How many videos, how many live streams has she done with those filters in place? So you're saying, oh, these model men that are catfishes, yet you're a catfish yourself, big time.
or their profile says, love hiking. And they're like a super fit guy. Like, what would you have? Why the heck would you give me any time of day? Really? Like,
Yet you went after Sala. You went after Sala.
I look like I like taking long hikes in the park, you know? So it just raised some red flags. To the point where I honestly don't think I really trust anybody online. So,
Well, given the way you lie, why would anybody trust you? Why would anybody trust you when you're a big old liar yourself? You know, a lot of people are saying that Sala is scamming you. I'm of the opinion that the scamming is going both ways. I think the two of you have some sort of business transaction, some agreement. Maybe the same agreement that you have with Natter. But here's the problem. If you set up a business transaction with Sala, maybe you went to him and said, hey, be on stream with me, be part of my content, just act like we're in a relationship. That's all you have to do, and I'll give you X amount of dollars, or you'll get whatever it is he's looking out of it. He might have agreed to it, thinking it's strictly a business transaction, that everything was understood. But what he doesn't understand yet, and he's going to find out soon, is that you're a stage 5 clinger. You get emotionally attached and wrapped around people, even if you know it's a business transaction. He's a good looking guy, and you're going to get attached. I'm sure you're already attached. And the moment you have to leave Kuwait and come back home, that's when everything is going to get real, messy, and ugly. Because you won't be within the vicinity to go knock on his door and peep in his windows. You're going to be across the world, not knowing what he's doing, who he's talking to. You're going to lose your mind. You absolutely are. Should you have bought the doll? Yes, because it would have been cheaper. And the doll would have been with you forever. But you wanted something you couldn't have, even if it meant only spending a small amount of time in that person's company. And if you were over there playing house with him, and it was all that was also for pretend. You wanted it for a moment, and that's all you're going to have it for is a moment. It's nothing for life. Absolutely nothing for life. So yeah, this clip is still relevant. This clip is absolutely still relevant. She's talking about romance scams and all that, but yet this whole thing on YouTube with Sala it's a scam. It's a mutual agreement between the two of them. She's scamming the audience by saying, we're married, we're married. Everything that I've seen with them being chaperoned everywhere and them taking off their wedding rings and whatnot, and the lack of chemistry, it's all a scam. They're acting for each other and they're acting for the audience. But this whole agreement is going to break down in time. All we have to do is sit back and wait, y'all. Just be patient. It's going to happen. It's bound to happen, given her personality and the fact she just doesn't know when to let go. When it's time to let go, she's going to have a meltdown. So let's go on to the community posts. These are the community posts that she was posting that on her community page. I'm going to come over here. Look, they're all gone now. She got rid of them, but Shenanigans caught it before she got rid of it. So let's go to the first one. And these posts have to do with French Fry Girl, because French Fry Girl did a live stream, and Foodie swears that she's not watching the reaction channels. She doesn't care what they have to say, and yet she just can't stop herself from watching and listening to what the reactors say. So here's post number 1. It says, you're not embarrassed even a little bit that you literally have no other content than to shame someone for how much money you think with your 5-year-old mentality they have to spend on food. How @YouTube allows miserable bullies like you to use other content creators' videos against them every day is unbelievable to me. But I will patiently await them to wake up and realize they are platforming bullies. Your channel doesn't grow. It won't either beyond what it is, because without me, you are nothing on here. And it's no one's business, but for your big fat information, I have barely paid for a single thing while here other than a mint juice and his wedding ring. And he bought mine. Tradition is this way, and mine was much more expensive. Why would I spend my Canadian money here when the dinar is worth 4 times that? Wouldn't it make more sense to wait until I get back to Canada? Actually, I'm saving a lot being here, so keep lying to your audience. Oh, I've got some thoughts just on this post alone. So here is the biggest bully on YouTube pointing a finger and saying somebody else is a bully. And she's saying that, oh, the bullying on YouTube and why are they allowing this? I've got a return question to Foodie. So you got a problem with a reactor's content and what they talk about? Foodie, we are allowed to react to you and give our opinions and speculate if we want to. That's what we do. We react, we give our opinions, we give our feelings. We're free to do that, just as you are free to do your content on your channel. But I find it outrageous that you do the content that you do on the Foodie Beauty channel. And in the past, you've been absolutely effed up out of your mind on drugs and alcohol to the point where you nearly vomited all over your keyboard. Remember that projectile vomit moment where you were so out of control drunk that you actually lost control of your body? You remember that? We remember that. Remember all the times you got on live stream doing the edibles and you were so greened out that you could barely speak? And what about all those times you did distracted driving? Live streaming, eating, and raging all at the same time. Dangerous behavior. So YouTube is supposed to allow all that and yet go after the reactors for just simply reacting and giving their opinions. So rules for you, but not for me. Is that the thinking? Yeah, okay. And you're saying that you haven't played for a single thing while being in Kuwait. I don't believe that. I believe Salah's not working right now. He has said he doesn't have a job right now. He's between jobs. So if he's between jobs, how's he paying for everything? You also told the lie that Salah had a lot of money. You said you could quit YouTube and he would support you. You also said that he was paying for your plane ticket. Then you said you were paying for your plane ticket. So this picture you painted of Salah of being, awash in money hasn't washed up yet. You know you're paying for everything over there. Absolutely everything. And as far as you spending your Canadian money over there, yes, the dinar is worth more than your currency. But if Salah isn't working right now, that means he can't pay for everything. And maybe that's why you're vacationing on the cheap there, because your money isn't worth much. So you guys aren't doing very much over there. And that's the reason why. So let's go on to the second part. This is like the second post. And she says, I don't see you enjoying life, only obsessively stalking me and what I do. Look how pathetic your non-tent is. Picking at everything, even speculating on how much we spend on groceries. You are a weirdo. And I hate that you probably even get off on this attention. Get a life, because man, you sure need one. You sit there smoking packs of cigarettes, cackling and making fun of my body and my earnings when you don't know crap and you really aren't small or beautiful yourself, plus your crap personality and lack of one makes it even worse. And I think this is more fulfilling existence than traveling and experiencing life and getting married. I really feel sad for you and your like-minded weirdo audience. So hateful, so gross. Would rather be anyone else, so I can see why you hate yourself enough to do what you do. Sad existence. So keep picking at me eating noodles or whatever you and your weird audience get off on and enjoy your sad, pathetic life. So that was Rage Post number 2. I'm going to go back to my original point. There's an old saying, if you don't like it, don't look. It's a very simple way of thinking. You don't like something, don't go there, don't look at it, don't listen to it. Yet Foodie continues to make herself angry by going where she's not invited, by going where she's not wanted. She spends her time looking at all the reaction channels and finding reasons to get mad. And I find it weird that she's over there telling us to stay mad, stay mad, stay mad. But we're not angry over here. We're not mad. We're not raging about Foodie. in our community posts. We don't, type up mini novels like this. We're just reacting. She puts out the content. We give our opinions. We speculate. We do the editing and all that. And that's what it is. She's the one getting angry over there. She's the one raging in her community posts. And the reason why she's doing it is because Sala won't let her rage like she wants to on a live stream. And you know what? I love that for her. I absolutely adore that for Foodie. You want to know why? Lean in close. Because, y'all, if she were back home in Canada and she were doing live streams in Canada, if she wanted to rage, she could rage in a live stream and make money with her rage. But because Sala is there, the only place she can rage is her community post. And she ain't making money with that. That's what I love about it. That her rage is limited to a form where she can't make money with it. She cannot profit off her rage. She just can't do it. She has to give us this rage for free. And you best believe that when she comes home to Canada, when she gets in front of that camera again at the villa, she's going to rage. It's there. It's bubbling inside of her, wanting to come out. She has to let it out. That's why she does these posts. But she can't let it out the way she wants to. She's got to keep a cap on it because he's there, because she's in Kuwait, and she can't do this there. I love that for her. I absolutely do. So I guess this is a screenshot of the French she did. Not sure. Last post. She says, how does your theory about payday shopping even make sense if all month we went places and have been eating out every day, shopping, zoos, towers, wedding rings, clothes, restaurants, and more spending, and living than most reaction channels before payday and around payday? I spend less and buy noodles. Does that make sense? So stupid. Before you look for theories, please go play outside. Sala is a real man. I proved you all wrong. Stay mad. You know what, Foodie? I don't know what you and Sala do when the camera is turned off, but a lot of the places that you went to, you didn't have to pay money. Going to the beach was free. Seeing the tower was free. You've done a lot of things where you weren't spending a lot of money. And if we think about how you were spending money in Canada, you said yourself that when you were in Canada, you spent between what, $3,000 to $6,000 on food and another couple thousand on the edibles. That's how you're saving money, because you're not back home where you can go nuts with all of your addictions and all of your obsessions. That's why you're saving money, because you got somebody there who is acting as a barrier from you just going wild and spending your money. If you were back home in Canada, you'd be spending all kinds of money on so much takeout and so much in the way of edibles. Since you're in Kuwait, you can't spend that money on those things. So that's how you're saving money. That's how you're doing it, because you're being restricted from losing control. You can't buy edibles there. Watching how much takeout you eat, he is the one stopping you from what you normally do, not because you're making smarter choices. Let's see what else we have here. Zoos, towers, like all this stuff is you are doing things on the cheap, which you're allowed to do if you want to go travel. That's what you want to do. But as far as Sala being a real man, can I point this out to you? You are now his supposed wife. Why haven't I seen one single gift from Sala to you, something that he has clearly bought you that is romantic or has to do with you being his wife? All I've seen so far is you guys buying food. I've not seen him buy you clothing or anything like that. It all points to you paying for everything. So there's that. And as far as you staying mad, you're the only one mad right now. You're the one making all these posts. We're not doing it. We're just reacting. So you stay mad over there. Stay mad, Chantal. We know you will. Anyway, that's it for this react video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please like it, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'm going to relax now. I'm going to go play Stardew Valley. I've been wanting to play it all day, but Foodie's just been keeping me busy. Somebody take her phone away, please. Y'all have a good evening and take care. Bye-bye.